Welcome to Dharma for Doctors, Spiritual Care for Caregivers. I'm your host, Chaplain Greg Holden. Intention is something everyone understands. You set an intention in your mind to do something, or you want something to happen, and you undertake the steps needed to realize what you intend. But if I start talking about prayer, did you just have a response to that? Prayer is kind of a loaded term. If you are someone who prays in your daily life, you probably had a positive response to that. If you do not practice a religion, or if you are skeptical, or as they say, spiritual but not religious, maybe you had a negative reaction to when I said prayer. I'm afraid the moment I start talking about religion or prayer, I'm going to turn people away. I know some of you aren't into religion personally. This is where intention comes in. I was asked about prayer recently by someone who is dealing with illness. She is not religious and she doesn't pray, but she had to have a surgical procedure, and a nurse asked her, when he came over to prepare her, he asked if she prays and if he could pray for her. She was taken aback and she didn't know what to say to any of this. She asked me for advice. I told her about intention, according to a very smart person named Stephan Schwartz, who did a terrific interview on one of my favorite channels, the New Thinking Aloud channel with Jeffrey Mishlove. I'm linking to it in the notes below. He talked about experiments he did with prayer and healing. He saw firsthand evidence of the power of prayer to heal people. He had people from every different faith tradition and some shamans and Wiccans, and they all got results. So it wasn't really a religious study as such, but it was about prayer as focused intention. That is what he calls prayer, focused intention. And I suggest that you might think about prayer that way as well. When you do think about intention in your life, things open up. You don't have to pray to God or Buddha or Allah or Shiva or a particular deity. Instead, focus your consciousness solely on the outcome you want. Use your imagination to see the result. See the result of what you intend. See yourself being healed. See yourself being able to do something you couldn't before. How would things look if your intention actually occurred? Think that it has occurred. Then get your emotions involved. How would it feel inside yourself if this intention came true, when this intention comes true? Always think that it has happened and it will happen. Because the moment you say, it might happen, it can happen, you're negating yourself. So it has happened, it will happen. And how does that feel emotionally? Let that feeling of joy, of wonder, of accomplishment, of freedom, whatever, let it stay with you as long as you can. Here's an example. The great golfers visualize the outcome before they swing. They have a little routine. They throw the grass up in the air and they walk around a particular way. They look down at the hole 300 yards away and they focus on imagining that golf ball hooking in a controlled way, just the way they want, hitting the green in a particular spot with just a particular kind of spin and heading right toward the hole. If you add this visualization, this imagination, to the emotion of having accomplished your goal, of realizing what you saw in your mind's eye, the joy of succeeding or winning or being healed or whatever you intend, that gets results. If you go one step further and ask for help from the angels or your guardians, we all have guardians, or from the divine field, so much the better. My wife and I attended a workshop by Dr. William Bengston, who has created a method for healing yourself or others from illness. It involves a very particular kind of mind training and visualization, and these are both integral to his Bengston method. You see yourself doing something in your new healthy state. You feel how good that feels. If you are praying for money or riches, don't visualize showers of cash, however. He always discouraged directly visualizing money. However, see yourself being able to do something, having received abundance, such as financial riches, such as being out on a boat on the ocean, or having a secure home to go to, or being able to help other people with your resources. It helps to think of things that are unselfish and positive and that are based in love and altruism. Money helps you to help others. It gives you freedom. See yourself contributing to some charity, or burning your mortgage after you pay it off, or feel the joy and freedom that brings. Then once you have visualized and gotten your emotions involved in your visualization, your intention, the final trick is this: let it go. Don't hold on to your vision with a tight grip. Just rest in your joy or your peace or your sense of fulfillment. If you can get a group of individuals to focus on the same intention together, it can be extremely powerful. This is the secret of the power of 8, which was created by Lynne McTaggart. Groups of 8 people or so, doesn't have to be exactly 8, but 8 seems to be an optimal number. You get a group of people who meditate on outcomes that help people in the group who are having issues. They all meditate together at the same time. My friends and I did this for a while for my wife Peggy when she was diagnosed with breast cancer. She firmly believes this helped. She felt movement in her breast, and when we did this, and we meditated on my shoulder injury, and I felt real tangible warmth when we meditated on me throwing snowballs, kayaking, or other things that I was having trouble doing. And I felt better afterwards. So if you are asked, do you pray? Say this: I'm not religious, but I do believe in the power of intention. And if you want to pray for a good outcome for me, I would be very thankful. To me, this is all about controlling your mind and controlling your reality. Controlling your mind, creating your thoughts, create your reality. And when you start thinking about intention and visualization and imagination and emotion and being confident that something has happened and getting together with others and with a kind of a quantum energy, boosting that intention power, you'll have a feeling that you have sovereignty over your life and what happens to you. And that's what it's all about for me. I think we all have our health and our spiritual well-being is in our hands. And we just have to reach out and grab it and rejoice in it. I rejoice in you watching this video and being on my channel. I would appreciate it so much if you would click the subscribe word below. This doesn't obligate you to anything. You don't start getting spam email. It just makes me turn up a little more often in your YouTube, and it helps me very much. And if you want to visit my website, gregholden.com, I've got a newsletter for subscribers, and I've got some resources for you to download for free, and some little blog posts to read too. So I appreciate all that, and I thank you for watching, and I wish you peace.